you, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your wow. Lift it up.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Y'all get up in here. Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. We got a few things to discuss, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Happy Monday. Welcome to the morning, Joce, my love. Welcome to the morning, Joce. We got a few topics to discuss. I'm sorry, y'all not be drinking a lot of water. But I got a few topics to discuss, a few honorable mentions, some FBA stuff we got to get into. And I need y'all to get up in here and get the likes up on the video, honey, please. I'm so sorry I couldn't get with y'all this weekend. I told y'all my daughter came in town Saturday morning, and I was cooking Saturday, and I had stuff going on this weekend, so I couldn't come back and see y'all this weekend. But yeah. Oh, I got an announcement. Guess what a dog gonna be at? Guess what a dog about to go next week? Guess where the dog about to be at? In New York. Girl, the dog coming to New York next week. Shout out to me and the city of New York. Shout out to my brothers and sisters, my FBA brothers and sisters. Me and my best friend coming up there. My daughter gonna be up there. So let me know where to go. I might go by the green lady with the thing in her hand. You know, just kind of write Voo was here. You know what I'm saying? Just to let the people know. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to New York. Gonna be in there. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to dress out there. You know, it's cold and hot at the same time. So I don't know. But y'all let me know what y'all wearing. Jeans. I figure I wear some jeans and some Uptowns or something. I don't know what y'all be putting on, girl. Help the dog. I'm trying to figure out what my attire needs to be. Do I need to get me a puff jacket? Timbs? Should I go stop and get me a pair of Timbs? The heavy boots? I might go get me some heavy boots, but I ain't gonna bring them home though. But you never know. Okay, they say it's hot up there. Say less. My bad. All right, it's hot. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be up in there. I'm going to be out there, you know, pulling up, seeing what's up with the New York people or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, it's all going to be there next weekend. Shout out to everybody in the building, though, man. Shout out to all my people in the house. Shout out to everybody watching internationally. Shout out to everybody who watching, just everybody. Shout out to everybody. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's get into the show now. Wait, it was something else I wanted to tell y'all before I get into the show. What else I wanted to tell y'all? What else I want to tell y'all? I forgot, girl. I want to tell y'all something else. It'll come to me. But anyway, I have a few things I want to talk about really quickly. Like I said, my apologies for not being able to come to y'all this weekend. My daughter came in town. So y'all come on in, get the likes up on the video, First and foremost, before I even go here, I want to start with something good. I know this might not be good for everybody because y'all know how y'all is, but y'all be nice. And I'm gonna ask y'all to be nice, and I'm gonna tell you why we should be nice. But if you can, if you don't want to be nice, I can't tell you what to do. But please, y'all, be nice. I want to show y'all something. Because y'all be doing this person a job. And I think y'all give this person a bad end of the stick. I really feel like y'all give this person a bad end of the stick. And I want to come on here and say that I like the person. Congratulations are in order for Claressa Shields. You know, I feel like Claressa Shields, her greatness is imprisoned in a system where popularity overshadows everything. So meaning it doesn't matter how great she is. If she's not popular, which she's not amongst black women. I'm gonna be honest, black women don't like her. Not all of us. I like her. A lot of us like her. But as a collective, black women give this lady a hard time. And I think that we should reconsider that, because I get the way the world works now. You know what I mean? It's about who you like. It's not about the person. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we are amongst greatness. Claressa Shields is a great fighter. Like her or love her, every time the girl put on clothes, I saw she said her outfit was inspired by Beyonce. They put a picture of Claressa Shields next to Beyonce. Y'all don't even see how the system is playing you to hate your own. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand how the system uses you to hate your own people. Claressa Shields is a Black American woman. Claressa Shields is what we all look like, okay? Now, I'm not saying we all specifically look like Claressa Shields, but what I'm saying is she is a naturally beautiful Black American woman. And every time I go on any site, it's Black women tearing her down. I don't know if it's because they Rymir my fans. I don't know if it's because they mad that she wear papoose. I don't know if it's because she Black. I don't know if it's because she nappy-headed. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because she a tomboy. I don't know what it is. But we're very selective on the women that we want to allow into our spaces, and she doesn't fit the physical mold that typically we like to allow. And quiet as is kept. As far as the Rymir my fans, quiet as is kept. I was there when Rymir looked like a little boy, and until she came out and got a makeup and got her makeover, y'all wasn't checking for Rymir my neither. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Before, matter of fact, around Conceited and all that stuff, when Rymir ma didn't look like this, you know what I mean? Y'all wasn't rocking with her neither, but then she became popular. She started hanging out with Ra Ali. So then y'all liked her, okay? Now, the fact of the matter is the Rymir ma papoose thing, that's separate. And that's something that they got to deal with. Outside of that, outside of who she's sleeping with, that has nothing to do with me or you. Outside of that, we are in the presence of a great boxer. This lady, this Claressa Shields, y'all sleeping on her. A lot of people won't pay attention to her because of how they feel. We're missing greatness. That girl sold out arenas. I see male boxers right now ain't selling out them arenas. You know what I mean? I know male boxers that ain't selling out from arenas. This girl is something special, and we are overlooking her because of how we feel. And I think it's unfair. And I'm going to use my platform to lift her up. Somebody said she got a child like mine. She may have. I employ all of y'all, if you can, go to Prime Video and look at Claressa Shields' documentary, and you will understand. Claressa Shields beat every single, like in real life. See, that's the difference. Y'all get the Steve Harveys of the world to come on here and say how they were sleeping in their cars and stuff like that. And y'all just go with the move. Oh yeah, he was poor. No. There's no proof of nothing. It's just what they said. If you go look at this lady's documentary on Prime Video, you will understand why you feel like she just get on my nerves, or she don't have no style, or she beat every single eye. This is a phenomenal Black woman. And I'm a continue to promote her as that. I don't care what she got going on with Pap. I don't care if her and Pap work out. I don't care if her and Pap stay together or not. I don't care what go on between Remy, Claressa, and Pap. This is a great Black American woman, FBA indigenous copper colored woman, and I'm going to celebrate her on the channel. So congratulations are in order to Claressa Shields. You know what I'm saying? I get it. We all get caught up in the fodder, but this is an amazing talent. And her talent goes further than this. So Claressa Shields was on a podcast, and they asked her on the podcast what she thought about men or trans women competing in female boxing. Now, a lot of you guys may not think of it. Like I said, a lot of people looking at it like, oh, we don't care, we don't like her. But these are the voices you need in sports. And she's pro-woman. You know she pro-Black. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, look at her man. Look at the people around her. When you see Claressa Shields, and everybody is niggas around her. You see what I'm saying? Like, just pay attention. Take away how you feel about Claressa Shields. She take care of people. I don't know her, but she seemed like she could be a good-hearted person, okay, who beat the odds. Now, she's on this podcast, and they asking her what she think about trans women in boxing. Pay attention to what Claressa says. Now, in the spot that she has, because in hip-hop culture, we don't think she all that popular. This girl right now is probably as big, or probably, if not already, going to be bigger than Layla Ali. She's going to be like the biggest female boxer. It's, if not already, okay? Now, her words mean a lot. It carries a lot of weight because she's Claressa Shields, okay? Listen to her response in this interview.
What are your thoughts on women who aren't naturally born as women participating in female sports?
They should go fight against each other.
That's a good fix.
That's a good, yeah.
I am not saying that they shouldn't be able to do sports. Listen, if you was a man and you go over to a woman and you want to box, you should fight against another man who went over and he want to box. And the same thing for the women. Women, if you want to fight, if you want to turn into a man, which you don't really see that happening.
Nah.
But if a woman wants to transfer to a man, you fight against the men who
is same.
Yeah.
Same.
Now, pause. Let me pause Claressa right quick, because I want to shine. I want to polish her up really quickly, because I already know here come the woke people. Oh, she's calling trans women men. She's calling trans. Listen, this is an unpolished person. This is a person who grew up getting it out the mud from the hood. Her language ain't going to be as polished as yours. Okay? Her language, internet language in particular, you got to keep in mind, before Claressa Shields blew up to who she was, she didn't live on the internet. She lived in the gym. So she don't know how to speak politically correct to say, well, if it's a trans woman, you know what I'm saying, who want to fight in the female spot boxing, then they should fight and compete against other trans women. That's what she probably should have said. But given who she is and her level of, intellect, it came out the way that it came out. Now, I'm cleaning it up for her, for anybody who gonna come back and say she's being homophobic, she's saying man. She is only speaking the way she sees it. Okay, now let's get back to it.
Y'all go ahead and fight against each other. I don't think that they should be coming to the sport where women fight when men and men fight. They should build their own little thing, their own little league where they fight each other.
There was one athlete who wanted to fight a man, but she was a naturally born woman. I don't remember.
Patricia.
Oh, was that what it was?
Well, her name is Patrick now. Patrick Manuel. Yes, I came up in the amateurs with her.
Word.
Yeah.
So
I know back when she was Patricia.
Like if somebody opt in, though, like say we both signed a paper, like you talking about the baddies, and I'm a man and Gina want to fight me so bad, like on record, and she signed the paper, like no matter what happened, this counts.
A man will never fight against me in a boxing match.
I don't think they want to though, Claressa. I don't think.
Well, no, because it's really and I'm being honest, it's a lose-lose situation, because one, I can really fight, and then two, a man is still a man. I go out there and I hit a man. He gonna want to hit me back. It happens in sparring all the time.
Facts.
But sparring, I tell the guys, hey, let it rip.
You do?
It's time to get ready. In sparring, I'm getting ready for a world championship fight. I ain't got time to be fucking around.
Effective Immediately with DJ Head and Gina View.
Shout out to this podcast, Effective Immediately. Let's kind of get into a little bit of what she said and why it's so important. A woman like Claressa Shields right now, she is on the trajectory of a Serena Williams in tennis. That's where she's going. Like her or not, hate her or not, she's on her way. It is what it is. She's touched. The Most High have already selected her. Whoever selected her, she's already selected. It's done. It's written. It's done. With that platform, her being honest, saying, hey, it's just not safe. It's dangerous, number one. You feel what I'm saying? And number two, it just doesn't make sense. These are the voices we need, because when you start looking at Brittany Griner is her name in the WNBA, talking about trans women should be able to play in women's sports. It's cool if we playing chess, but when we get into physically contacting sports like boxing, basketball, is not as physical, but it is physical. People can get hurt. And that's why she's saying it just doesn't make sense for a person who was formerly a man to go and try to fight a woman in the ring. We on this channel, if y'all new here, shout out to y'all. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 50,000. But either way, if y'all are new here, we spoke about this in length during the Olympics, because I told y'all I saw the trans woman hit the lady in the face and she fell to her knees. This is very important. Our children Or it's one thing if we racing. Y'all see it in racing. That's cool. That's not contact. But when it comes to stuff like boxing, basketball, baseball, all this type of stuff, you can't cross the two. And let me tell you, when she brought up baddies, because this is what y'all don't know. And I've been watching baddies. I just haven't been able to report on it. But this is what y'all don't know. They are sneaking in that type of stuff to get you used to it. There are trans women, or at least one trans woman on this season of baddies. And that trans woman has had a fight with a real girl. It's a way to make your mental subconscious okay with it. So when they push it on you fully, you're already accepting, okay? Mind you, in today's society, if a man hits a woman, he's called an abuser. But also in this society, if you've transitioned, it's gonna be try to be okay. So I'm saying they mentioning baddies because this stuff they've been slowly but surely putting it on you. And you need a voice like Claressa. I think Claressa is dope. Like I say, I don't care about the papu stuff. We could Joce that another day. If she get on here and do something crazy with the pap stuff, we gonna get on here, Daggerissa it out, Joce out. You know how we gonna roll it out. But as it pertains to her, who she is, what she has accomplished, and where she's going, she is what we need, and she's what we need to be behind. Take the personal stuff out of it. We need to be behind a Claressa Shields, okay? We literally need to be behind a Claressa Shields. So y'all get up in here and get the likes up on the video, please. Get the likes up, y'all. I was talking to my daddy today before I got on the live, and he was telling me about, because I do a lot of genealogy. I did mostly on my mama's side, not as much on my dad's, but I got to do it. And my daddy was telling me how his grandmother and great-grandfather, because I asked him about the trees downtown on Claiborne. And, before they put the interstate up. But long story short, he was telling me how my grandmother ran a brothel, and she used to service the black soldiers that came through New Orleans because they had a black military base in New Orleans. And he said that she would service or have them serviced. It was a dine and get you some, if it makes sense. So you can come in, you can have something to eat. Then at night, it turned into a club. And then later on that night, it's the freak offs. I'm so proud. No, I'm seriously though. But they were entrepreneurs, is what I'm saying. They were entrepreneurs. And she owned multiple businesses. She owned fruit and vegetable stands, all types of stuff. Y'all get into the genealogy. You have to get into your genealogy. You have to. You don't know who you are. You want to know who you are? Learn your family tree. Learn your family tree. Okay? If you want to know who you are, it's good. We all know that we delineate, and we're going to get into a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to know who you really are, get into your family tree. Get into your genealogy. It's the answers are there. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Yeah, Lola Granny was hosting freak offs. Girl, but this the thing. My dad's great grandfather. Now let me show you how close this is in age, and we're gonna move on. My father was born in 1953. My daddy is 70. We'll be in 2025, 72 years old. He's telling me about his grandmother and great grandfather. Now he was very young with these memories, but he remember them. He's telling me about stories from his grandmother and great-grandfather. You got to say they had to be born at least mid-1800s, or at least the great-grandfather was late 1800s. How much history is right there with my daddy? You see what I'm saying? Talk to the elders in your family, bro. Talk to the elders in your family. You have to. You have to. The information is there. The knowledge is there. If you want to know who you are, where your family is in the story, how you fit, and we talking about reparations. I told you we can't start and stop at slavery. That's one place. They still playing with us now. We got to start in all places, okay? So y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's move on. I want to show y'all something else really quickly. And also please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. Toilet paper in the news again, and it ain't for nothing good. Here come toilet paper. So y'all seen the movie Sinners, right? So Ryan Coogler, another Black American FBA brother who did a phenomenal job on creating the movie Sinners. We all know how great that was. We all know how successful the movie was. Well, here comes Toilet Paper. Toilet Paper comes out to tell us that he was the one who gave Ryan Coogler the game to get the deal. Yeah, because if it wasn't for me, because, Ryan, I'm the one who set it up behind the scenes. And I'm sitting here saying, I've been screaming to the mountaintop, and it's hard to tell people from New Orleans about this nigga here. Toilet Paper. Toilet paper ain't worth two nickels rubbed together. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm a good sense of character. This fool here, he ain't worth two nickels, but typically when people do stuff behind the scenes, it stays behind the scenes until the person come out and say, oh, a lot of people don't know this, but Tyler Perry was one of the people who helped me out. Not Toilet Paper. Toilet Paper wants to come on here because he got to attach himself to something because, writing movie scripts about failed Black homes, downtrodden Black women who just can't get right, and light-skinned Black men who come save the day with nappy braids and city jobs. You see what I'm saying? Who coming to save the downtrodden woman from her dark-skinned husband with the dreads who be whooping her ass. You feel what I'm saying? Those movies are kind of, they kind of going out. So he got to connect himself to something else. And it came off so arrogant, so pompous, so like I say, I don't know this man. I never met Toilet Paper a day in my life, but I'm a very good judge of character. This is not a good person. Let's get into it. Hold on, let me get the thing on.
With Ryan Coogler, everybody's talking about the Sinners deal. Oh my God, he got this amazing deal. Listen, I called that brother up, as I did a lot of them. I called him up after Black Panther and I said, listen, here's how you do it. The deal that he has, my first movie, it'll be 20 years this year from God Remember.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I called him up and said, here is how you do that deal. And to see that they were able to pull it off, I applaud him, man. I'm excited for him.
That's right.
Because that's what it's about, holding on to the ownership. That's what changes it. This deal with Ryan Coogler, everybody's talking about the Sinners deal.
Now, most people are looking at this, and we can attack it two ways. Let's attack it two ways. Let's attack it for what we're actually talking about, right? So he's in the middle. I guess this is a podcast, and as you can see, Kirk Franklin, Jeezy, and I can't see who the other person is. But either way, all of these guys are there, right? And they're talking about whatever they're talking about. I didn't watch the pod. I just saw the little clip. And he brings up the Ryan Coogler set and how he helped behind the scenes. And it's just sitting here thinking like, are you saying this to brag, or are you saying like it has to be to brag? Because even if y'all were speaking about helping each other and doing stuff, for each other, like, what do you get out of telling us that? And let's really be clear. Look around that room. These are gatekeepers. Yes? These Negroes y'all worship because they celebrities and y'all perceive them to be rich. These are your gatekeepers. Kirk Franklin gatekeep the doggone the gospel community. How do I know? What's the little boy name? The other guy with the little who be doing he a little mini Kirk Franklin. He came out and said he didn't like that he did the song with Glow that he's selling out gospel music. Kirk Franklin is the gatekeeper, one of the gatekeepers to gospel. Okay, Jeezy got rap. Remember, Jeezy was just hanging with Diddy and Jay until Diddy got popped. So you already know he in the in crowd. You know what I'm saying? These are people, y'all need to look at it for what it is. Y'all looking at it like successful Black men, and it is successful Black men. Ty Tribbett, that's his name. Or was it Dietrich Haddon? It was either Ty Tribbett or Dietrich Haddon who came out and said that. But either way, you're looking at it on the surface of it like, oh, it is just successful Black men having conversation. These people are there because we are here. And I don't just mean economically, because that's the biggest part of it. Well, one of the big parts of it. But they are there because we are here, meaning these people are rich, famous, and do extremely well to keep you ignorant, stupid, blind, and dumb. And the fact that he on here talking about he helped Ryan Coogler do X, Y, and Z, we don't care. If you can help him do anything, help him help you to make better scripts. Because ain't nobody watching that but downtrodden church women. Sorry, said what I said. No woman who want to feel good about themselves and be positive about themselves, especially a Black woman, want to be sitting down watching oversized black women either act in extremely over the top minstrel. You feel what I'm saying? Or watch a woman just in poverty mode, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Y'all got to watch what y'all put in y'all system. It's the same thing you put in your body. If you eat bad food, you get fat. You intake bad stuff, your brain lose everything it needs. It's so depressing, ain't it, Sharice? Girl, it's too depressing. It's too depressing. Girl, y'all know how I feel about toilet paper. He up next. Y'all know how I feel about toilet paper. Girl, I seen that. I said, girl, please. I mean, just can't let Ryan Coogler have his thing. Like, oh, you got to come on here and tell us, oh, yeah, because, I was the one. I'm the one who called. And I'm the one who called and told him, who said, look, because, I be putting these together all the time. And I'm the one who called. So if you got all this access and all this way to help people, why are you only helping onesie twosie Ryan Coogler? We already know you're paying the white boy more money than anybody on the set. Because all the white boy who came out suing you, he done told us that you paid him 50 times more than all the black people on the set. But y'all want me to believe that he's such a great person. Girl, toilet paper could, girl. Moving on. Y'all know how I feel about that man. Y'all know how I feel about that man. I can't stand him. I just can't. I just really can't. Here we go. FBA, pay attention. Here we go with the bullshit again. Here come Africa trying to drag us back in using our people. So Ciara that went over there to, was it Ghana where she went? They giving out more citizenship. Ciara receives certificate of Beninese citizenship in program that recognize descendants of the African diaspora. Now pay attention to this title. They are accepting to an African country, accepting descendants from an African diaspora, which means if you melanated, they're going to accept you as a descendant from the country. Do you know why this is happening, FBA? FBA, get in here. I know y'all in here. Black Americans, copper color Indians, where y'all at? Do you want to know why this is coming out? No, she is Acorn. She's definitely Acorn. She's definitely Acorn. She's one of us. This Ciara is a Black American. They're not saying that she is a descendant of Benin. They're saying that they are allowing her to be classified as a descendant of the African diaspora. You see what I'm saying? It's very tricky. Words are powerful, okay? Why do you think that is? The reason is because we've been speaking heavily about delineation, about ancestry, genealogy, lineage. We've been trying to get back to us, where we are, who we are on this soil, who we were before them folks came, what we were doing when they got here, all these wars that they claim to be just quote unquote random Indian wars, but really was our people fighting back and forth with these folks on it. We get into that. So it makes sense to start an African diaspora and pull from which group? The group who's doing the delineating, the group who's doing the genealogy, the group who's doing all of the work to figure out who they are. And why won't we go get one of their beloved? We love Ciara. We love Ciara. Black Americans adore her. Her and Russell Wilson can't do no wrong to black. They are the music Huxtables. So why wouldn't they go grab Ciara? They went and got Umar Johnson a few months ago, and that didn't work. They went and got Umar Johnson a few months ago, and that didn't work. We wasn't even tripping on Umar. We saw Umar and moved around. We was like, girl, we've been off of Umar. We've been off that Pan-African stuff. So now they go and get Ciara. This is what they are trying to do. The enemy is working very, 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 very well. Okay. And you need to be keeping your head on a swivel and see the play for what it is. Okay. We are already knowing and already on the right track. All this African diaspora, we're going to make you a descendant, honorary this, honorary that. Come get your citizenship. It's all a play. It's all a lie. Okay. Now, remember, you got to keep in mind, although Ciara is your beloved, Ciara is still a puppet, aka a sheep herder. Okay, Ciara got to do what Ciara got to do. Does that make sense? Let me show you better. Let me see if I can pull up. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you better. A bitter. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. How you say this? Y'all got to understand, when you get in these spaces, you're rich, you have all this stuff, you don't own you. Okay? You don't own you. They own you. They tell you what to do. Okay? Let's really be clear about that. You don't get a choice. So even if Sierra said, I didn't want to do it, and I'm giving her, sorry about that, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Let's say Sierra said, you know what, I don't really want to go and do this whole, citizenship thing. Sierra doesn't get a choice, because Sierra is under a system where if you want to remain where you are, you have to. Tekashi 6ix9ine broke it down very, very well. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Hold on really quickly. Tekashi 6ix9ine broke it down really well. Check out what Tekashi says in the industry.
It's not really a Spanish niggas in the game.
Hold on.
It's not many. If
I say name a black artist, you can name mad black artists, right? The industry, I try to tell y'all. But listen, I try to tell y'all, the industry is rigged, guys. The industry is rigged. Listen.
I watched the last live with us, and this is what I took from her, right? You were telling artists, younger artists, that if you listen to the mold, and by the way, what you were saying, I believe.
Oh, and by the way, too, don't take this citizenship and all that stuff they be getting. Them people don't go live in Africa. Umar went got his citizenship and brought his thick ass back home. So just because you see them in these pictures, don't mean these people picking up their family and going to move to Africa and live there. That's not true. Okay? So, back into it.
And by the way, what you were saying, I believe, is what Uzi was saying on Twitter. If you listen to the mold of what is popular, of what is acceptable, and you only follow that, that's not really what's going to be winning. If you just break the mold like you have, that's how you realize you gain real success. Because, while Uzi, I think he was
y'all saw how he turned his head and looked when he said, when you break the mold like you have, and he kind of was like, because you just don't get it. It's kind of like, bro, I'm trying to tell you the shit. He said the game is rigged. What he trying to tell academics is, it's not about being talented. It's not about being successful. It's not about being great. It's about who they select. All your celebrities were selected and given to you.
And by the way, what you were saying, I believe, is what Uzi was saying on Twitter. If you listen to the mold of what is popular, of what is acceptable, and you only follow that, that's not really what's going to be winning. If you just break the mold like you have,
look,
that's...
You saw how he turned his head? He said, if you just break the mold like you have, and he was like, nigga, I'm trying to tell you, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that. Right, Sharice. It's about who they can control, okay? And these are all your favorites, every single one of them. So they do it. Now, let me get to the part where I need to get, though, because act talking too much.
How you realize you gain real success. Because, while Uzi, I think he was talking about...
I'm trying to tell them.
Actually giving it.
I'm trying to tell you how this game is marketed. Like, I'm trying to tell you.
Pay attention.
Yo, the labels tell you, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify, sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you
gotta check the boxes.
Literally, you could say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that person. You have to. You're a
hold on.
Puppet.
Let me back him up.
You can't say certain shit. Take that down. Take it down. It's marketed like I'm trying to tell you. Yo, the labels tell you, listen, you have to sit down with Spotify, sit down with Apple. You have to do this interview. You have to. If you don't want to, you have to. You have to go see this person and sit down and talk to them. You have to go and do this. You have to. Yo, you
gotta check the boxes.
Literally, you could say, I don't feel like doing that. I don't even like that person. You have to. You're a puppet.
Boom. Boom.
You can't say certain shit. Take that down. Take it down right now. Okay. I'll take it down. Don't say that.
By the way, that's facts. I'll even say.
So why is this important? I'm not saying that that's Sierra jacket, but what I'm telling you is in a system, because that's what we're fighting. We are fighting a system. We're fighting a system to say, this is who we are. We have documentation to prove it. This is what we are. And they are using our celebrities because they know that most of us are celebrity worshipers. They're using them to deter you, to detract you. If that's the case for Sierra, and Sierra may have said, I don't want to do the Benin thing. Maybe somebody came to her and said, you have to. Just maybe. I don't know. Maybe Sierra wanted to be a citizen or a descendant. I don't know. But I'm saying all that to say they have found a way to take these celebrities and use them as walking billboards. It works for every single thing. Do not allow this to work to get you off your rocker to who you are. I can't tell you who you are. Nobody can tell you who you are. You are on the right track. I don't care if they put Princess Diana. I don't care who they put up here with the Africa costume on talking about, y'all, I got my citizenship. It don't matter. None of that matters. You need to figure out who you are on this soil. Does that make sense? Y'all need to be figuring out who you are, what your role played on this soil. And watch when you start figuring out all the Black successful stories in the South. Yes, the same South they told you where all Black people went from slaves to poor and downtrodden. Okay? So be careful. Be careful. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Shout out to y'all in the building, man. Shout out. All right, man. We got to get into some things. Let's start with Tokyo Toni. What in the world? Well, I know what's going on, but I'm going to play with it like this. So Tokyo Toni came on here crying, and everybody was like, oh, Lord, she over here looking for attention. And I'm over here. At first, I was like, Lord, what is going on? And I didn't kind of listen to it, but then I went back and listened to it. And Tokyo Toni is giving a real message. Let's get into this video. She's crying because she's saying that she lost millions of dollars on the internet. And basically it's because people are making fake pages, taking her content and making money off of them. Check it out.
Watch me all day, every day for years. A real stalker. Page Miss Tokyo Toni on Instagram is not me. This page has stolen millions of dollars from me. People have been trying to get me to do so much shit to help save my community. Just watch me work so hard. They show trivial things. They go to blogs and send them things. They make posts knowing the blog is going to come grab. What the fuck? This person is me. Since 2019, people have been telling me that's coming up to me that they've been trying to contact me. And this person watches me hustle hard and hustle. And stolen millions of dollars, knowing goddamn well I would have put that shit into this community. I'm gonna contact my lawyer today, and believe me, that page is gone. Miss Tokyo Toni fake page, you are not me. You cut and you post things that shouldn't be. You're the reason why people think I was crazy. Watching me struggle, spend all my money, and they've been taking it. You watch.
All right, let me explain what Tokyo Toni is crying about. Now, it's Tokyo Toni. Tokyo Toni is the person in the neighborhood. Everybody knows she crazy. When she get to crying and acting crazy, nobody pays her attention because we like, girl, that's Tokyo. But she has a very valid reason for the tears this time. This is what's happening to Tokyo. What Tokyo is saying that, first of all, if you're not a content creator, you don't understand. What she's saying is that Tokyo Toni, her content has been stolen online by fake pages. And these fake pages are able to get monetized, and they have made millions of dollars off of the content. And I know she's not lying, because Tokyo is not the only one. Now, this is a good comment, Bree. Bree said millions. No. Let me tell y'all something. And I want to be as blunt and I want to be as honest as I can be to tell y'all. There's a reason doctors and lawyers quit their jobs to go be a content creator. If you don't think the amount of times Tokyo Toni has been viral did not generate millions of dollars, you have no clue about what to do with this internet. You just on this internet existing. Okay? I'm gonna be honest. If you don't understand how clicks, views, impressions equal money, say that. But regardless if it's for good or bad, the amount of times, the amount of years, the amount of videos we've seen of Tokyo Toni, every time you scroll, click, touch, like, comment, share, even if you ignore it, unlike it, dislike it, report it, it pays money. It pays the people who posted it. Okay? So if fake people are taking her content, because this is not just happening to her, I've seen it happen to other people. What they'll do is they'll make it hard for the actual person to make the millions of dollars. And then these fake pages, they're the ones taking the content, making the money. A big person who talks about that is Charleston White. He was just able to beat the system. He said, well, bet if y'all gonna steal all my content off of YouTube and TikTok and make millions of dollars, I'll just go make money over here by the interviews. You see what I'm saying? So this is the thing. Tokyo Toni never saw the money. What she's saying is, and I've heard that she's made a million pages as well, and they say that could be a reason why a lot of her pages be getting shut down. But what I'm saying is, do you guys know, get me on here, because I want to be honest. Do you guys know that some content creators are making more in a month than y'all make in a year? Not me. I wish. Not me. Sorry. Not yet. I ain't going to say not me. I'm going to say not yet. But do you know that them content creators you love and hate make more money in a month than you make in a year? I don't think y'all realize it. I don't think you understand how deep this is. I don't think, no. And I'm not even talking about YouTube. I'm not even talking about YouTube. Take YouTube out of it. Take YouTube out of it. I'm not talking about YouTube. Do you know how much money these content creators make? Not all of them, but I'm talking about the ones who really getting money. Yes, she lost millions of dollars. Yes, I don't even know the videos, but I know how long she's been viral. Yes, she has lost millions of dollars, without a doubt. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. It's almost like when you get into the streamer world or the content creator world, I ain't gonna hold you. It make you feel played for working all your life. It make you feel played that you sat down on them white folks' job for 40 hours at any point in time of your life. I don't care if you started streaming at 18. If you worked at McDonald's before you streamed, you're gonna regret that you even touched McDonald's. That's how much money content creators make. Not me yet, but I'm just saying. So if she's noticing and probably has somebody to look it up and see what these fake pages have generated, because this is all public knowledge, if she was able to calculate all of these fake pages and what they generated, it probably did amount to millions. You talking about YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all these different Kick, Twitch, Rumble. Come on now. Yes, millions. So with her crying like that, I understand. Now, again, it's Tokyo Toni, so it's hard to see through it, but I did want to give y'all that game, especially for anybody who's trying to get into being a content creator. Even if you want to do TikTok, Instagram, whatever. It's a lot of work, but it's very financially fulfilling. And I would be on here crying and snotting and crying too if somebody said that they stole my stuff. And I know they done stole my stuff. I see my stuff posted on Facebook. I be seeing my baddies and love and hip hop videos posting on Facebook. And let's be clear, who's behind these pages? Who you think behind these pages? Everybody. Black Americans, Black people, you are a walking dollar sign. So it's the white folks siphoning wealth from you again. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't know. Hopefully she get herself together too. I don't really got much for it. I just hope she get herself together. But that's a common thing. That's a very common thing. Very. I don't know who all the people who made all them Charleston White pages. Charleston White in TikTok search has been searched billions of times. Billions, not millions, with a B. Charleston White in TikTok. When you go search Charleston White, even if you misspell it, a letter off, millions and billions of times. That's just in TikTok. We hadn't even talked about YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You know how much money them people making off of that? I hope so. Well, I'm going to tell you, millions and billions of dollars. That's all I'm going to say. Now, let's move on. Let's move on. Now, girl, we got to get into, oh no, before we start that, y'all was on the, hey, I ain't gonna lie. They say, is she for real crying? Girl, listen, if somebody came to me and said, Vu, we did some calculations and we realized that we owed you $2 million, but you'll never get it back. But we just letting you know that, yeah, we really stole $2 million from you. Girl, I would be on here snotting, crying, fighting, and everything else. Girl, what is you saying? I'm on here with the ugly cry, especially knowing them people that took my money and it's a high likelihood that I won't ever see it. I'm talking about as a person who never thought they would even see $1 million, 500,000, let alone 100,000, let alone $1 million. I'm sorry. And somebody come to you today and say, oh, by the way, we stole $2 million from you, but you ain't gonna never get it back. But we just want to let you know though, man, I'm getting on here snotting and crying too. Is you crazy? Man, I don't know. Y'all rich. Everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. I'm getting on here crying too, man. That's what else you could do. Because you're dealing with a system here. Yeah, man, watch out. All right, so I want to move to Deion Sanders. So remember, I don't know who all was on the channel when I talked about this, when his boys got drafted and all that stuff. I said he got his boys drafted. I said, but just keep an eye on Coach on Prime. Because I know how the system go. I seen it, like I kind of know how they do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to put no words on it now, and I ain't putting no words on it then. However, when I saw this headline, it made me like pause and scratch my head because I'm looking at Deion Sanders and they're saying that he had this like crazy illness scare and all that stuff. And we need to he'll be announcing it and it's something really, really bad. Now they didn't say what it was, but I'm sitting here saying, now this man been healthy other than his toes, you know what I'm saying? And it's, the leg surgery and all that stuff. But for the most part, he hadn't really been too unhealthy, but now he's falling ill. And I find this to be quite odd and I feel bad for him, you know what I'm saying? But, I just find it to be quite odd. I ain't going to speak nothing on it, but it says Coach Prime recently shared that he's been thinking about his will, sparking concerns amongst fans. While details remain private, he's set to hold a press conference with his medical team tomorrow to provide more clarity on his health. Let's continue to keep Deion in our prayers and uplift him through whatever he may be going through. Okay. Let's get into what he said, because he was talking about how he had to do a will. And let me tell y'all something, Black Americans. Let's stop acting like doing the will and all that stuff is a bad thing. Your ass be done croaked and them children don't know what to do. That's why the family be fighting. Okay. Put your affairs in order. Y'all wonder why all the aunties and uncles fighting. Because the mama ain't leave nothing in no will, ain't put nothing down on nothing. Do your stuff. Let's get into Coach.
I don't know if I'm ready mentally, emotionally. Last night was tough. Yesterday was tough. Because I had to make a will. That's not easy. do think that you may not be here. But you want to make sure everybody's straight. I don't know if I'm ready mentally, emotionally. Last night was tough. Yesterday was tough. Because I had to make a will.
All right. So he didn't go into details. I'm on Twitter because they said that he was supposed to be doing a press conference to discuss it at 11 Mountain Time. What's 11 Mountain Time? Who in the mountains? Girl, what's 11 o'clock Mountain Time? Maybe that's what it was. That's why it ain't on here yet. Let me see. 11 o'clock. Look at me. 11 o'clock Mountain Time converted to. What we on?
Here's information from World Time.
Girl, what kind of time frame we? Mountain Time. Oh, Eastern. We Eastern. Okay, so 11 Mountain Time is 1 o'clock. Okay, that's when he's gonna come out and give us more details on the situation. But it sounds bad. I hope that everything is okay. I wasn't the most proud person of him when he left the HBCUs. As a matter of fact, I was mad. I was really mad. I felt like he used those kids and left them for dead. I did. And still do feel like that. But anyway, he said that he's going to be making an announcement today. Somebody said this video was from May. It may be, but they just reposted it, and he's really doing a press conference today. So y'all keep him in your prayers. Hopefully things is okay. Hopefully things are okay. But I just found this to be odd. I you know how it be with like Jennifer Hudson when she came in. Everybody just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I hope it's nothing terminal, but we'll see. Keep Deion in your prayers, y'all. Keep Deion in your prayers. Now, I want to get into Dr. Umar's, not Dr. Umar yet. I want to get into Jay-Z's son Rymir. So remember Jay-Z's son Rymir had came out. He had been coming out with his family. We talked about it. And he had been came out basically saying Jay-Z was his dad. Jay-Z had been running away from this doggone test for forever. And then somehow, some way, it came out that the judge said that Jay-Z would have to provide DNA, right? So everybody was like, cool, we can finally get this over with, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, recently, we get news that one of the paternity suits or something related to it was dropped. So everybody was like, wait a minute, why would Rymir drop this case knowing that he's been running behind Jay-Z, right, to get these numbers or get his DNA to see if he's his father? And he never said anything up until now. He recently came out to respond, and I'm going to listen with y'all because I didn't even listen to it when I saw it. But I want to know what he's going to say, because I want to say people are saying that it's not necessarily that he's not doing the test. It's some other stuff going on. But like I said, we're going to listen to it together. It says Rymir Saddleweight speaks on dropping his paternity case against Jay-Z. I have not stopped my fight. I have not gotten a settlement. It's not over. Let's get into it.
What's up with everybody? It's your boy Rymir here. I just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. You know, I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that. It's just a lot going on behind closed doors. That's only one case that we withdrew for right now. But it's a lot going on. You know how this industry works. These judges, these lawyers, these high celebrity people, they try to use all different types of tactics and call it what you want, bully tactics and different types of stuff to, you know, slow it down and just change the narrative. So it's like,
that nigga got Jay-Z whole nose, my nigga. Is it just me? Look at that picture of Jay-Z and look at this boy. You know, the old folks said, they would have said, Jay, you spit that boy out. Nigga. He got this whole area. That's all this. What? This is crazy. No wonder Jay don't want to give him the test.
hey, we got to step back and play chess, not checkers. So we sitting back and we just observing everything right now. I just ask y'all to keep the support. Keep the support. I have not gotten any DNA tests. I have not gotten any settlement, anything like that.
Even
I
the
wouldn't just take it. I would let y'all know, honestly, even if it wasn't y'all business. You know, you guys been here for me all these years, supporting me. I wouldn't dare just run away with no money or nothing like that. So, no, that's not what it is. But as I said before, y'all, just keep your eyes open. This is bigger than me. This was never just about me. We're trying to change things for the world, honestly, for the future. We need this to be changed. We don't need to continue to go in these courtrooms and don't get fair due process and everybody don't get discoveries and you just get treated unfairly. So it's just like, I'm standing on business and, you know, I will continue to fight. So please don't think just because y'all seen that withdrawal is over. It's not over, y'all. Continue to fight with me. Continue to support me. I will support y'all. I love all y'all. And let's just keep moving forward. Let's just do that. That's all we can do, right? Can't sit there and dwell on nothing. As y'all said, I got a family. I got to take care of my family. I'm grown. That's what I do. So it's like, I don't sit there and complain about too much. Try not to complain at all. But what I'm saying is I really appreciate all y'all love and support. And it's not over. Hey, what's up with everybody? It's your boy Rymir here.
Right. So according to him, he said that was only one case, one paternity lawsuit that he had to drop. He said, but they playing chess, not checkers. He was kind of speaking in code by saying basically like, you know, he's a celebrity and how the courts, basically Jay-Z paying them people to make it hard for him to do what he needs to do. That's basically what it is. But, you know, I was watching this dude talk and I'm sitting on here saying, how do we, and I know how, and I don't even know why I'm asking, but I just making an observation. Boy, we some funny people. We could sit up here and as a collective hate Claressa Shields because she messing with Papoose, but don't want hate Jay-Z for possibly having a son out here that he don't want to claim. You know what I mean? Even if Jay-Z find out that's his kid and he don't have to pay him nothing. I don't even care about the money. Like how I get it because he married to Beyonce. You know what I mean? But either way, yeah, this is crazy. Proximity gets you everywhere you want to be. And him being married to Beyonce is literally the only reason that y'all be saving him. I'm gonna be honest, because y'all love Beyonce. And speaking of, don't even get me started. But anyway. Oh God. Listen, he said he not dropping them all. They got more suits coming. So y'all keep them in the prayers, y'all. Rymir, you got to figure it out, my love. I hope he hurry up and get what he need to get. I sure hope I hope he hurries up and get what it is he need to get for whatever closure he needs. He need that. Now, y'all, let's get into this Turk tea. Yes, Turk, hot boy Turk. Now, I ain't been telling y'all much about it. I kind of talk every now and again about it a little bit, but I ain't really go into it. But this is what's been going on. So the Hotboys went on tour. Y'all know the Hotboys? The Hotboys, what kind of boy be riding them bicycles? What kind of boy love licking popsicles? Woody, what kind of boy? You know what I'm saying? Them niggas. So they decided after Wayne was crying about the Super Bowl, he was crying. He almost lost one of his 3 dreads. The city of New Orleans decided to pacify him by giving him a star on the Walk of Fame in New Orleans. Mind you, they didn't have no Walk of Fame before that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, after he attached the last dread, he went down to the city of New Orleans. They gave him the star and he threw Louisiana Fest, Little Louisiana Fest. That's what he do all the time. But this time he brought out the Hotboys because he needed comfort. You know what I'm saying? He had never been denied like that, you know? So he needed comfort and they invited the Hotboys out. Well, the crowd goes crazy because everybody loved the Hotboys. The Hotboy was the nigga Beatles, okay? They was like our Beatles. Like niggas, like they was bigger than that. Everybody loved the Hotboys, you know what I'm saying? So when they came out, this sparked rumors of a tour and then they ended up saying that they were going to go on tour. Now, mind you, while this is happening, BG, Ladoogie, Jizzle, as y'all may know him, Ladoogie, he was locked up. Okay, now a lot of y'all may not know this, and I'm just giving you from my perspective. A lot of y'all may not know this, but Ladoogie been on that boy since he was about a boy. You get it? Yeah, Ladoogie been on that boy since he was a boy. Not only Doogie, Turk been on that boy since he was a boy. Yes, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and don't quote me on the 10, but around that age, these little boys was little boys, okay? So BG was in jail. Turk had already been out, but they weren't really rocking with Turk like that. Remember, Birdman had an issue with Turk or whatever the case may be. Well, long story short, they had Turk on one of the shows. I think Turk came to the show where everybody came out. You know, he was waiting on his verse. I go. And everybody went crazy. So that sparked the tour, and they ended up going on tour. Now there's two tours happening. There's a Cash Money tour and there's a Hot Boys tour. There's two tours. Both feature the Hot Boys, but one is specifically for the Hot Boys. Well, Turk had been going online. You know, Turk do podcasting. He do that, him and his, well, I ain't gonna say his wife. He definitely does it. He does podcasting. He had been going on the internet talking about the tour. He, you know, him and BG had their back and forth. We talked about that as well. He basically went off on BG because he basically was doing friendly competition, saying that his album was better. It was a whole bunch of crap. Well, fast forward, girl. Turk and BG acting like they cool, but they really not cool. Mind you, BG is in the system. He's out of jail now. BG is a part of the system. Let me explain to you the difference between these two people. One of these people falls in line and go along and get along and plays the game. The other one is what people would call an outlaw. He is the problem child. He's the one who don't conform. Like, it's almost like going into a boarding school or something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they want people in line, dressed the same, walking straight up. That they don't want nobody to buck the system. That's what Turk is, okay? He be bucking the system, okay? And they don't like that. Well, I did hear a video of him and BG going back and forth. BG basically said that he wasn't really cool with him. He was just playing cool with him to get the check for the tour. And then Turk was like, nigga, I was playing, you know, cool to get the check for the tour too. And then fast forward, Turk was like, Turk said BG still on that shit and stuff like that. It was a whole back and forth between Turk and BG. And then Turk came out and said that when they get to one of those cities that they have a tour on, if him and BG want to settle how they going to settle it like men, they could do it. Now, that wasn't a problem because it sounded like you're inviting them to a fight. But then Turk turned around and basically said we could settle it with guns. We could settle it however. Now you took it far. Now, simultaneously, while this is happening, allegedly, from what I'm hearing, the Hot Boys get to Nashville. Shout out to Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee. I heard y'all rob the Hot Boys, huh? Dirty low down Nashville. Y'all ain't have to rob the Hot Boys. Y'all was wrong for that. Let me give you the tea on that too. So apparently they on tour for this Hot Boys tour, and Nashville was one of the stops. Now they come to Turk at the last minute and tells Turk, hey bro, can you take less money than you was promised? And Turk was like, yeah, no, I need all my money. Right. And they came right back, and mind you, simultaneously, he went online and said that if him and BG want to fight it out or shoot it out, he with whatever. So then they doubled back and told him, well, we just not gonna move forward with you. And they kicked his ass off the tour. This is not funny. Some people think this is all Turk's fault, and in a way it is. Let me tell you, when you're dealing with the industry, you have to play the game. If you're one of them people who like to scribble outside the lines, you will not make it. Turk is one of those people who like to scribble outside the line. Somebody said, what is boy? Dog food. Smack. What else they used to call it? Put the names in the chat. Dog food, smack. We call it boy in New Orleans. What y'all call it? Whatever. Yeah. The heron. That heron. You know, we had a song in New Orleans. It used to go, give me some heron, baby. That heron got me crazy. Give me some heron, please. Cause powder make me sneeze. I swear to God. That was a song in New Orleans. That was a song. And we used to sing that shit. Why would we sing that? Why would they put that out? That's crazy. But anyway, so where was I going? So Turk got kicked off the tour because number one, he couldn't accept the doggone money, or he wouldn't accept the money. And then number two, because nigga, you on here threatening people. So they hit him up and told him, hey, you off the tour because you threatened BG. And he feels some type of way. Now, I'm not going to hold you. His wife came out and spoke for him, and he did look a little crazy. You know, Turk is like the rap Bobby Brown. So sometimes his mouth be doing like this. Because when that boy get in your system, they say, I don't know. I never tried it. They say when the boy get in your system, it don't come out. So I don't know. So when you see the video, he gonna be sitting there like this. And the wife gonna be doing all the talking. The wife gonna be, and I'm not laughing at that because that's a medical issue. But it was funny. So now Turk came out and spoke, and he said that basically it's messed up that they kicked him off the tour and that he shouldn't be kicked off the tour and it was behind his money. Let's get into it. It says, Hotboy Turk removed from the Cash Money tour after calling out low ball payment video. Now remember, two things are happening. He don't want to take less pay for the tour, and he also threatened to shoot BG if they have to. He says Hotboy Turk is no longer on the Cash Money 30th anniversary tour, and he's placed the blame squarely on money disputes behind the scenes drama. In a 9-minute video, YouTube video with his wife and manager Erica Imani, Virgil, the former Hotboys rapper, revealed he was terminated from the tour after turning down a reduced payment. Virgil claimed, that nigga named Virgil? Virgil claimed the Nashville show was canceled due to the tour's agent and promoters failing to pay artists. She also said the promoter, Dope Show, tried to cut Turk's rate for upcoming dates. When he refused, she alleges Dave retaliated by citing a risk related to a past social media tension as the reason for dropping him. Now, I ain't gonna hold you, Turk. That ain't past. That's present. Nigga is currently actively beefing with BG. They making it seem like, oh, well, that was old. Nigga, yesterday? What? Y'all actively beefing. It goes on to say Turk shared a similar sentiment in the video caption. Same day after I refused to take less money, I received a last-minute termination notice saying I was a security risk. Now I'm off the lineup for Cleveland, Chicago, and Detroit. While Cash Money hasn't read the rest, log onto whatever. So listen, let's be clear. Remember, it's two shows happening. There's a Cash Money tour and there's a Hotboys tour. The Cash Money tour is the one he got kicked off. Even though the Hotboys is on the Cash Money tour, he was kicked off the Cash Money tour. Now remember, Baby already wasn't rocking with with Turk. Him and Baby was not speaking. Baby wasn't rocking with Turk. And BG was coming home and not rocking with him. So I'm pretty positive. Now, the people in the streets are saying BG went back and ratted and told them that Turk threatened him, and that's how he got off the show. But again, it's very complex. They're making it seem like it's an old video where he said he wanted to meet up with BG. Nah, it was like within the last week or two, maybe tops. They actively beefing, okay? So now he gets kicked off the tour. Let's get into him and his wife. Bro, when I show y'all this video, hold on, let me go back. Now he's smiling right here, but pay attention to Turk mouth. Bro, when I seen Turk sitting on that couch like this, that nigga was sitting on the couch while the wife talking like this. I thought that nigga was gonna bust out. And I know you're getting bored dealing with him. I'm like, man, what the hell? Watch Turk, bro. Turk crazy, bro.
I know it's not normal that y'all see me really talking, but right now I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm Turk's wife, but I'm also his manager. And I feel it's only right and it's our responsibility to let y'all know what's going on. As you all know, there has been a tour going on with the Cash Money Millionaires 30th anniversary tour, which Turk has been on. A tour that was supposed to have 10 dates that was supposed to actually end in June, but only 2 dates have actually played for this tour. We received a request from Andrew Ellington, Artist by Artist Agency. And I also...
Let me pause her really quickly. If I understand her correctly, she said they signed them up for 10 dates and they were only able to do 2 of the dates. So if I'm hearing this correctly, and I could be wrong, but if I'm hearing this correctly, that's probably why they offered you less money, because the dates didn't go. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Was in conversation.
But then again, it should be in the contract. if you responsible to pay them either way.
With a representative or one of the the promoters who are promoting the Cash Money Millionaires 30th anniversary tour. Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency is the agent for these said tours, these dates. We received notice yesterday while we were in Nashville on one of the Cash Money 30th anniversary tour dates where the promoter is Mario Mitchell for this single particular tour. While in Nashville, not only was Turk, and from my knowledge, no other artist was paid, so the Nashville show did not play. The agent, Andrew Ellington, did not pay any of the artists for this particular show.
So nobody got paid to perform in Nashville?
Well, they didn't receive their back ends.
The back end, right.
So Nashville show did not play, which was yesterday. Yesterday, we also received a message pertaining to the Dope shows, which are Cleveland, which is to play tonight, Chicago, which is to play Sunday, and Detroit, which is to play Thursday, the 31st. So while my artist is en route, is ready and willing to perform all of these shows, we received an email from Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency saying
4 o'clock this morning.
No, not we haven't gotten to that part yet. I got an email from Andrew Ellington of Artist by Artist Agency basically saying, and to our knowledge, well, they didn't receive their back ends. So Nashville show did not play, which was yesterday.
Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. So to kind of give y'all the Cliff Notes, because yeah, it's kind of crazy. Basically, what she's saying is that they got to these shows, they were paid, they were supposed to do 10 shows, then it drastically reduced, all the shows didn't go. They got to Nashville, and when they got to Nashville, they received the front end, because that's what they give you, like a deposit to for you to come and perform, but nobody received the back end. I don't know if they performed or not, but either way, nobody received the back end. They got basically played in Nashville, basically. But Turk is trying to say that they kicked them off simply because of no money or not accepting a lesser pay. And I understand that. And it's probably that. That's probably the reason. However, what they did was found a way to use his stuff against him. So let me see if I can find it. Turk had been on here dragging for BG, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't think nothing wrong with it. He should be able to drag for BG if he so chooses to do so. I mean, who is BG? You know what I mean? Why we can't drag for BG? That's just how I feel about it. However, when it goes into threatening and all that stuff, don't get me wrong, y'all supposed to be some hood niggas. Ain't nobody really following no corporate rules like that. But when you dealing with people who it's a bunch of them already not on your side, it's probably not the best thing to do to buck the system, if it makes sense. And when he did that, I think that he didn't realize that he put himself in a messed up situation. Because mind you, these people, let me show y'all this. These dudes came up together, and people think that because they came up together, all these niggas is real, real tight. Honestly, it just don't always go like that, especially with any group, for most groups, for the most part. But he had been dragging for BG and all that stuff, but you can't get on the internet and say stuff like we could shoot it out. Like, Turk gotta chill. Ain't nothing wrong with him podcasting. I just feel like, for me, this is just for me. If I was Turk, I wouldn't drag for my bandmate on my podcast, because I still gotta work with you when I leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, remember when Candy on Real Housewives of Atlanta kept going on Speak On It and talking about everything on the show, or when Dr. Heavenly was doing that? It affects you because you still dealing with these folks. And yes, Ari, I believe this too. Ari said BG playing in his face. I believe that. Listen, BG, let me tell you something. This is my opinion. If I could be completely honest, BG came home and went right to sucking dick. If I'm gonna be honest, if I'm just being honest, BG came home, sucked the dick he needed to suck to make sure he can be in the in crowd where he needed to be. And I'm saying that not, literally, but he did what he needed to do. He went and got with the right crowd because he knows that he need these people. BG didn't come home with no money. I don't know what y'all think y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Turk came home and was like, none of y'all niggas held me down in jail. I'm gonna just do it on my own. So it's two different mentalities here. It's two different mentalities. But at the end of the day, from what I'm hearing from the streets, they say Juvie was the one who was like, yeah, get him off of here. Yeah, Doogie did have the clout before he went in. He did. But how long ago was that? How long ago was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he did have the clout before he went in, but him getting kicked off the tour has made him lose his mind. Not really lose his mind, but he feels some type of way. But I can remember Turk on here saying that he can't get kicked off the tour. Now, let me tell you something. Because he's talking about there is all 4 hot boys. They need all 4 hot boys. I said he must have ain't never seen the Temptations or the 5 Heartbeats. Nigga, they carried David Ruffin out that door and he said, without me, they ain't number some fake ass Temps. And they carried David Ruffin out the door. Nigga, you can be replaced. See? And I think that's where Turk messed up. He really tried to get on here and run his big one. Oh, nigga can't kick me off the tour. Y'all talking about nigga gonna kick me off the tour. Nigga can't kick me off no tour. Nigga, man, you don't know what them white folks could do. Or what them niggas who are above you could do. You see what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate because BG's going the Hollywood route. He's still over here slow as a turtle. Wow, was jam. Wow. He's still running around like he on that boy. Wow, was jam. It's your boy Jizzle, you heard me. Why? Shut your duck ass up. Nigga don't even say that no more. The hell wrong with you? Nigga went in hollering. Why? Came out. Why? Nigga ain't about to start saying that stupid ass shit no more. Shut your duck ass up. Nigga coming out with that stupid ass shit. Nigga don't want to hear your raps. Nigga don't want to hear you. Why? What sham? Shut your ugly ass up. Fuck. I be drove when I be hearing them say it. I ain't gonna lie. Every time you see the nigga, why? Nigga, I'm about to cut your vocal cords off. Nigga, I'm for real, bro. Nigga don't want to hear that shit. Nigga don't want to hear it. Nigga don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. Nigga don't want to hear it. Nigga, we letting you do it because you jizzle, but nigga don't want to hear it. Shit. All that stupid ass shit. We trying to talk. You heard me? Because, man, I'm out here cooling. You heard me? Me and Body by Brooke. Man, I'm out here cooling. You heard me? Man, go sit your duck ass down, man. Nigga don't want to see that old ass shit. Nigga don't want to see you whine. Shut up. But anyway, so Turk is kicked off the the Cash Money tour. He will still be on the Hot Boys tour. So if you are waiting for Turk to come out with the famous line, I like them hot, the ones that don't tell me to stop. You know the rest. If you want to go see him, don't go to the Cash Money tour because they done kicked him in his ass out the building. But if you would like to see him, the Hot Boys will be in 3 Chitlin Circuit cities near you. Buy your tickets immediately and make sure you leave early because if you don't, you might not make it home. Shout out to the Hot Boys. Why? What jam? Why? What jam? Shut that duck ass shit up. I don't want to hear that shit. Play the verse and get the hell on up out of here. Play the verse. I like them hot. The one we all gonna go crazy. Play the verse and let's move on. All that duck ass shit. Shout out to the Hot Boys. Y'all know I rock with the Hot Boys. They from the city. But yeah, I just thought it was messed up. I think BG did snitch. And it It done got crazy. They around here saying BG still on stuff. His baby mama's coming out saying he ain't got no money. He don't take care of the churn. Girl, it's been so much going on. It's just, listen, the girl, I'm not even gonna go there. I just be watching, because you know I be on New Orleans gram. I don't be on Instagram. I be on New Orleans gram, so I be in it. I just be like, girl, what is going on? Oh, honey, what is going on? Let's go find us a home, honey. Let's find us some real estate over here so we can get a good look, honey. What's happening? All right, let's move on now. Let's get into why we here. The Prince of Pancoochie. Yes, we are. Dr. Umar Ifan today. But before we get there, because this is all going to tie in, let me show y'all something. You hear me? Let me show y'all something right quick. Okay. Before I pull it up here. Now, this FBA discussion, because this is all tying into Dr. Umar. He's a scammer. We gonna get into it. But this is all tying into why everybody losing their mind behind this delineation and us finding out who we are on this land. So, everywhere white people go, they go to war with the people and take on the identity of those people everywhere they go. I don't care where it is on the face of this planet. If they go to Asia, they go to war with the people, procreate with the people, take on the identity. That's why you think Asians are the yellow people that you see walking up and down the street. Same way with Spain and the white folks that went to the Spanish-speaking countries. They go to these countries, they fight the people, put them as prisoners of wars, procreate with the people, get a little hue of melanin in them, and then you think that's the right person. That's why you think little short mijo with the little big belly in he about 4'9". That's why you think that's the real Mexican, because you think that these representations are the real people. They are not. Okay? They are not. These are all representations. Everywhere white people go, they fight the people. No, I'm sorry. They integrate. Then they infiltrate. They go to war with the people, make the people prisoners of war, and then they take on the identity of said people. This is a fact, okay? Every single place they went. Now, why is this important? So, I have been noticing a lot of people having a lot to say about, Black Americans thinking they indigenous and they not indigenous and they need to be tapping back into their African roots and African spirituality and Africa. But the more we dig and the more we do research, we are finding that basically our stuff not only ties back to here, but we not finding no Africa in the story. We might find some European, we might find some Caribbean, we might find a little 1-2 of everything else, but we are not finding Africa in the story. And this is a problem for Africa. Not all of Africa. That's the key. This is a problem for Africa, but not all of Africa. Okay, let me tell you why. There's a group of Africans over in the Western world who are coming over here who are trying to take over, okay? Now, why is that important? Those are the groups that are representing, or that to our eyes represents the entire continent. I don't believe that that's the entire continent, although that is the representation they give us. I just don't believe it's the entire continent. Now, they come over here, get all the resources, get everything they want, and as long as we think we all continental Africans, or we at least Africans, we won't question it. We just gonna be walking around dumb and stupid, watch them get all our scholarships, watch them get all our programs, watch them get all the set-asides our ancestors fought for, watch them just walk out the door with it. Okay? Yes, that's what they do. All the HBCUs y'all love, when y'all see the clear people, the Hispanics, the Africans, all them people down at the HBCU, newsflash, they getting free school. You got to pay. They using the set-asides from our ancestors fighting in civil rights. That's all the stuff they getting. You don't get it. They do. I'm talking about free. Like for the free. I live in Georgia. If I want to go to college in Louisiana, I got to pay an out-of-state fee because I am not a resident of Louisiana. But not them. All the set-asides that was set aside for you has been given to them. Not just them, but in this particular situation, to them. Okay? It's a fact. Go look it up. DEI, affirmative action, all that stuff was fought and died for in the name of us, but given to everybody but us. Okay? So let that sink in. Y'all thinking y'all kumbaya, oh, they just like being around black people. No, dummy. No, duck, duck, goose. They getting free school, free room and board, free food. See, you trying to figure out if you need to take out a student loan because they about to kick you out the dorms. Not them. I'm just giving you the tea, okay? Now, fast forward. So it's been this whole thing going on with this y'all not American. I mean, y'all not African, y'all American, and y'all just trying to being divisive and xenophobic. It's just a whole bunch of shaming tactics because once you come into identity, worlds open, and once worlds open, behaviors change. Once behaviors change, it affects the people who's been doing well. So for instance, if everybody's been eating off of you and you didn't know, and somebody wake you up and say, hey girl, everybody eating off of you, and you finally look around and start to stop it, that becomes a problem from the people who were eating. Does that make sense? So identity is the key to that. Identity is the key to that. Your identity, the biggest problem we've had as Black Americans is not we, and I ain't gonna say we don't know who we are. It has been a stigma that we don't know who we are, but we're on the way. Don't you worry your pretty little head. We on the way. But that's the key to all of this, identity, okay? Now, I want to share this with you right quick. Hold on. So remember, when you're coming across these people, they're getting the same information, the same education that you got, which is all a bunch of bull, right? But I want to show you this depiction, right? Now, this depiction is from 1798 AD, right? And this is a depiction that was created to show the difference when these people were trying to figure out who was who and what was going on. All these places had emblems, or at least mascots for lack of better terms, right? And America was one and Africa was another. And if you can see, and you look at these two situations right here, you can see that the American emblem of America and the emblem of Africa, although they are melanated, are two completely different things. Now, they want to tell you that the delineation is bad, but delineation has been happening this whole entire time. How many of you knew that the KKK delineated? Nope, I'm sorry. That white people delineated from the whites that came in the 1800s. So the founding fathers and their lineage, the white folks who came and actually built up America, did you know? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew this. Put a 2 in the chat if this is your first time hearing it. Put a 1 in the chat if you know this. They delineated from the new whites coming in. They delineated from them. They basically said, they not white like us. Oh no. Put them, you get it? Let me show you. I'm about to prove it. I'm about to show you better than I can tell you. Hold on. Because I think I still have the article up. Because see, they want to make you think that delineation is just the worst thing ever. But they only think that because why? Girl, I need you. I don't want you to go away from me. I need you. I need you to be right here with me, and I need you to let me eat off of you. Okay, let's get right here, because this is all tying into Umar, because he is an agent of conflict. Okay, now look at this immigration bill passing. Let me give you the doggone the article, the cite the source. It's from bloghistory.in.gov, and it's about the immigration bill that the old whites were trying to pass, saying that they didn't want the new whites in, and they didn't want them to be classified as actual white. Now, mind you, this happens in Indianapolis. This is for Black America, because I don't want them to shame you into feeling like you can't delineate. The white folks did it. The Africans do it all the time with tribalism. The Caribbeans do it with whatever islands they got. Now it's a problem when we do it. Okay? Let's get into it. And I'm only going to read a little bit so you can see exactly what was going on. So basically, the Klan had put out this article and had been going to the government saying, hey, look, you got a whole bunch of new white folks coming in here through Ellis Island, but they not us. As a matter of fact, they're peasants. They're coming from shithole countries. We don't want them to have the exact same status as us because they are less than us. Let's get into it. Hold on. It says, let me scroll down. I got to scroll down a little bit because I want to read this little bitty part that I want to show y'all. scroll down. Give me 1 second. In their minds, the white supremacist. No, back up. It says it is in God's purpose that the white man should preserve purity of blood and white supremacy in this country. Those who have it otherwise or show leniency toward the mixing of whites and colored races do not deserve the respect of anyone. It also says much less of those who are trying to preserve American institutions, ideals, and principles. A mongrel race and a mongrel civilization mean decay. Okay, now look at this photo. The photo says this is not a dumping ground. Now, when they saying colored people, obviously we know they're talking about us, but they not just talking about us. This article is about them saying the new whites that are coming in, they are not us. They are completely different. They are not the same whites as us. And if you look at the photo, it says this is not a dumping ground. Look at the man's barrel and the name on the barrel. It says Europe. Here, this thing says undesirables. Here, this one says cast off or I don't know what it was, but either way, rubbish. What they're saying is these new whites, because these are white people here, these new whites coming in, this is the whites from here that were already here. They're telling the new whites, don't bring your trash over here. We don't want y'all here. Y'all coming from Italy and Poland and white trash places. Don't come. We don't want you here. This is what the KKK and the white folks that were native to what we know as America, this is what they were doing. Okay? I think there's a part I want to show y'all really quickly. And I talked about this on Educational Friday, but I did want to bring it to this platform because I wanted you guys to see what it was and what it is, okay? It was when he talking about, okay, here it goes. It says, the Fiery Cross printed Stevenson's address in its entirety under the headline, Immigration is Pearling America. First, he distinguished between old and new immigrants. The old immigrants were Anglo-Saxon, German, and Scandinavian progenitors of the Republic of America who brought their strong work ethic, social, moral, and civic ideals to the new land. So this is what they saying. The white folks that we come from hardworking, good, upstanding, clean, good and clean, healthy white folks. We come in here to make America great. We come in here to do white by the, you know what I'm saying? We the good folks, right? So then it goes off to say, it says, omitting any mention of native peoples or the contributions of their many other immigrant groups who helped found the United States, Stevenson's continue to provide history of an imagined past created solely by and for white people. Hold on, because this cracker goes crazy. Now, mind you, this is against other whites. This is against other whites. Second, Stevenson plainly identified the enemy of white Protestant America as the new immigrants who were arriving in greater numbers than the old immigrants. The new immigrants were from the races of Southern and Eastern Europe. Third, he cited the various ways the new immigrants has been shown to be much inferior to the older type and to the Native American stock. Pause. When he say to the Native American stock, he talking about you. Because remember, we the ones building up the country. We the ones building up the country. At least they niggas, but we can get something out of them. These new white y'all bringing here ain't worth the dime. That's what they saying. Okay? Now pause. It goes on to say, by Native Americans, Stephen meant white Europeans who immigrated in previous generations, not the Native Indian people who originally called North American home. So my bad. So basically he's talking about the white natives, not the black natives. So basically he goes on to say, using the example based on the later discredited pseudoscience of eugenics, Stevenson furthered his argument about the inherited inferiority of the new immigrants. Eugenics assume that some traits like mental illness or poverty could be prevented by limiting reproduction of people demonstrating such traits in order to breed a better race of human. Now, why is this important? The KKK delineated from the new whites that came in the late 1800s and the 1900s and so on and so forth. When we hear white people say we're native to America, all these white folks you see ain't native to America. It's a small group of whites that are native to America. Those are the ones who can trace their lineage back hundreds of years like us. Okay, those are probably ones who had, slave owners, whatever. It doesn't matter. Those are the native whites. Most of the whites you see walking around here are not those native whites. Not only that, the native whites don't see them as the same. This is why you see poor whites. Does that make sense? So white folks delineated when immigrants came in who were white. Black Americans want to delineate from all the immigrants who are coming in that are black, and yet and still we're being thrashed for it. Okay? We're being told that we're wrong, we're divisive, we're this, we're that. And I'm not saying that didn't happen with the white folks, but damn, what I'm saying is everybody does it. It's the only way to survive as a group of people. If you allow people to just blend in and mix and mix and mix and mix and mix, you become a big gumbo pot. The only way to survive as a group of people or as a collective is to delineate. This has been done over and over in the past. You ain't the first, Black America. Them white boys did it. In the 1800s, the white boys did it. I just showed you they delineated from all them new whites coming in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. They called them trash. I didn't say it. This is what the KKK said. Okay? I didn't say it. This is what the KKK said. So don't let them get you up here hollering about, xenophobic, this is, well, no, we just doing what humans do, okay? Now let's get into Umar. Now, mind you, Umar done come out and he broke. Now I'm trying to figure, no. Before we get into Umar, back to this photo, and we going to Umar. There's a distinct difference between the American emblem and the African emblem. Both beautiful photos, obviously both prestigious and was the best of the representation of the time. Mind you, this photo is from 1798, okay? There's always been a difference. We were brainwashed to not see the difference. It was done on purpose to economically siphon away our wealth, okay? That's what this is all about. It's about control, power, and money. If we enslave their minds and make them think they came off a boat with no history prior to this slave history we about to give them, they won't know who they are, and we can take advantage of them. We are like the unsuspecting kid being taken advantage of by a bunch of adults. Okay? So there's always been a difference. There's nothing wrong with pointing out the difference. Don't let nobody tell you that you're wrong for doing it. Okay? Now, remember, with the Indian or the indigenous and the blacks, remember, if we understood history correctly, we understood prior to being classified as Negro, we were classified as Indian. When you do your genealogy, if you are Black American, more times than not, you are going to have to go across the Dawes rolls, because you're going to find family who are Indian. Most of us in the chat can talk about somebody in our family who's always talked about whatever tribe of Indian we was, okay? Through an act of paper genocide in a stroke of a pen, they literally turned the word from Indian to Negro, okay? And remember, I told you Obama took the word Negro away through a stroke of a pen. We spoke about that, okay? Now, this is the Indian baseball team. This is the mascot of that team. We spoke about it with Washington and all those other places. Prior to us coming into the knowledge, they was able to put it in front of our face. So they put these mascots in front of us, just paint them a little different hue a little bit, and we won't even know it's us. Because remember, if you hypnotize them or at least make them not know who they are, you can just tell them anything. But the stuff was right there in our face the entire time. All this stuff that you see Indian, you've been socialized to think of Native Americans. You've been thinking of the $5 footlong. So when you hear Indian wars, and you hear Indian this, and you hear Indian that, you thinking of them. That's you, soldier boy. That's you. Okay? And look at the definition of this nigger word from the Oxford Dictionary. It says a dark-skinned person of any origin in the early U.S., usually with reference to an American Indian. That was the definition from the Oxford Dictionary. Now, look at this Civil Rights Act of 1968. The title was an act to prescribe penalties for certain acts of violence or intimidation and for other purposes. What are the nicknames of this act? The Indian Civil Rights Act, the Indian Bill of Rights. It's been in our face the whole time. It's been in our face the whole time. And finding this information doesn't take away from your blackness. It doesn't take away from your Black Americanness. It just further enhance what you know about you. And once you know who you are, you move differently. Your behavior changes. You become more emboldened. We already an emboldened people because that's who we are. But once you really start to figure out who you are, it hit different. It hit way different. You don't look at the world the same. I promise you. And you can start working on them reparations that we definitely need. Okay. Now, I want to get into Umar. So Umar is on here begging for money. And let me tell y'all something. I call him the Prince of Pan Coochie for a reason. And the reason being is, like a lot of these leaders, Umar is an intelligent man. Rather he's educated or not, he's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Umar has what we call the gift of gab. Typically, when people have the gift of gab that can talk real well, you know, like pastors, car salesmen, they always have like some real dark and messed up with them. It's almost like you get gifted in one area, you got to take away something in another area. I've never trusted Umar. Well, I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, I did. When he came out, was talking about the school, Pan-Africanism, I was, I guess, on that type of time, I guess. I don't know. But I was here for the school, and I was like, yeah, let's get the school popping. Now, I ain't never donated. Thank the Lord. I ain't never donated. But I noticed a lot of people have been donating to the school. 10 years, the school ain't nowhere to be found. I see him in the building. I see him sweeping out in front of the doors. I see all of that. But other than that, that's all I get. Umar has been on a downward spiral ever since we found out about his daughter. When we first found out Dr. Umar has a daughter, that was the beginning of the end for Dr. Umar. His whole entire thing is Black queens putting on a pedestal and treating Black women the way that they should be treated, helping Black women with their children, with their unruly kids and stuff like that. That was his whole spiel. So when we saw the daughter come out and say she had no relationship to him, we was like, ain't no way, Sway. How? Like, you know what I mean? Now, Umar is a very funny man. This is why he goes viral on TikTok. This is why he goes viral on a lot of this stuff. He's a very, very like funny dude. He's very funny. But there was always something about him I never really believed. Well, after the daughter came out, then the daughter came out and said that basically he was a deadbeat. Then she was homeless. They say she around here peeing in garbage cans or peeing in bleach bottles. They say she living on the streets. She looked mentally not there. And Umar gets on this internet and say stuff like Baby Smurf and Mama Smurf need to just, if they need something, they know I'ma be there. But Baby Smurf, he just disassociates himself from his own daughter. I didn't need to see that because I already felt like that. But I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be the straw to break the camel's back for these people. Right? And then fast forward, then the woman came out and exposed his disgusting home and how he was taking care of his mama. And then the throat goat, as he called her, not me, talked about how her vagina smells and all that stuff. And I'm sitting here saying, men who respect women, even if he was thinking it, wouldn't say it, especially on a public platform to embarrass her. You can't pedestalize Black women and then do them like that. That don't go like that. But what he didn't expect was that lady was going to be his Achilles heel, because that lady been on his neck, and the stuff that she has exposed has basically exposed that allegedly he's a hoarder. Umar, he's a hoarder. He lives in filth, allegedly. He lived in filth. He got his mama in there not being properly taken care of. All he doing is going around collecting coochie like infinity stones and doing speeches. making all this money. You're not gonna tell me Dr. Umar ain't made over $1 million in 10 years just from the donations. Now, the lady been on his ass. She been on him. Now, the lady done came out. I'm sorry, she came out recently and said some other stuff. Umar done recently came out and said he broke. Now, I ain't no financial literate person. No, I am. I ain't no financial guru or one of them people who could tell you how to fix your credit. And I don't do all that. I just have common sense. And my common sense does well as far as life, right? Umar is claiming that he has 2 accounts in one bank. 2 accounts, 1 bank. Let me say this. Let this be a learning lesson for y'all. If you have all your money in one account, you have messed up. The government could freeze your account, take your money at any given time. To put your money in one place, especially in a digital place, is the dumbest thing you could ever do. Now, I'm old school. I've been taught as a kid and even older to keep cash around the house, but you should not have your money in one bank. You should. But according to Umar, he must have had him a little chase or something, and he had his business account allegedly and his personal account. I don't believe it. Umar said somebody hit him up to borrow some money, and he went to log in. The account didn't exist. He said he called the bank. The bank said they're trying to look into it for possible fraud. Right now, he hurting for cash, and he need money. But this the gag, though. He coming to the niggas in America asking him for money after he just dragged for us. Put a pin in that, though. Let's get into Umar crazy ass on here asking for money. Y'all get the likes up, and I ain't sending that nigga a dime.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UMARTHEPSYCHOLOGIST, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved.
All righty. Wait, let him explain how it happened. Let's go over there. Hold on.
And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank, and the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account in an FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access into my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up. They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th, that's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is. July 25th, that's when Medea went public. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know my
I think that's his video, y'all.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity. And the bank told me to enter my 16.
All right, Umar. So Umar said his homeboy called to borrow some money. He went to log in and the account said, look for me. Now, I don't know how people with like hundreds of thousands of dollars have whatever, because I don't have that kind of money. But, and I'm just assuming that he does. Let's just say it's true that his account was frozen. I'm questioning why, because one thing I know about the bank is the bank needs your money to stay afloat, right? Your money is the bank's money. As a matter of fact, your money ain't even real. It ain't even really there, if we really gonna be honest. But that's a whole nother story. So your money is the bank's money. They protect your money the way that they do because that's their money. You get it? Your money in your account don't belong to you. It really belongs to the bank. That's why they can do stuff like seize your account, things of that nature. So he on here talking about how, oh, he was like, the bank, they sent me a letter and then they closed my accounts saying that it's possible fraud. The bank not gonna just close your account, freeze it until they get in touch with you, because this is how the bank will do. They not just gonna send you a letter and hope that it finds you. They'll call you. Your bank, I don't know if y'all go through the little small banks, but if they'll send you an email. If you don't answer that email within a certain amount of time, they'll call you on the phone. They will call you on the phone. Hey, was this you up in Wyoming buying 3 jet skis? No. Oh, okay, that's what we thought. We just gonna hold your account right quick till we get it all squared away. Whoop de whoop de whoop, and we'll let you know when we done. That's normally how it works when potential fraud happens to an account. And you know what I'm saying? That's typically what happens. And even if they can't get in touch with you, you'll get you'll get a real mail, you'll get email, you'll get all type of stuff for this stuff. So the fact that they completely shut, like he said, he logged in and couldn't find it, that's what's really going on. Now, some people are thinking it's the feds, and I've been saying this for the longest. Umar has been collecting too much money under that 501c3, talking about some school, FDMG Academy and all that stuff, and he ain't got the stuff to show for it. And I've ran a nonprofit. When you take in money, that money got to spend back on the business. Okay? So if you start a nonprofit right now, because all a nonprofit is saying, I'm not making no money. Every money that's making that we pulling in going right back to the business. That's all a nonprofit is. And that's what the school is, a nonprofit. So I was saying, how in the hell has this man been collecting 10 years worth of donations under this 501c3 and the guy IRS ain't got on him? That's when I said he must be a plant. Government. I said that nigga got to be an agent. He got to be. Because y'all know the money police don't play with us like that. And he black. Y'all know the money police do not play with Americans like that. Okay. So I was already thinking that, but according to him, the account just got completely taken off, and he don't know when they'll get back to him. That tells me might be some old federal stuff going on. That's why they don't have a date and time. Because see, if Navy Federal called me right now and say, hey, it's some possible fraud, they say, even if they don't have a potential time, oh, we gonna get you back in where you can use your card. We gonna get you wherever you need to go. Go, hey, look, stop at a Navy Federal, go pick up. They're gonna do any and everything that they could to make sure that your life doesn't stop, because the bank understands that your life depends on the money in this account. But if you're Dr. Umar and you've been collecting donations and hadn't built the school, and we had 10 plus years, then if, and I don't know this to be a fact, if the money police saw that and said, shut all that down and we need to confiscate it all, it makes sense. It literally makes all the sense in the world. Now, that's how I feel on that. I think it's super irresponsible, and it shows his leadership character. Listen, y'all can't let any and everybody lead y'all. A leader, you don't know he a leader by what he say. You know a leader by what they do. Okay? Somebody like Umar Johnson, if he really was a leader, would have had that school open in 2 to 5 years tops. Up and running, water running, children in there, school, nursing. He would have had everything he needed. That's a leader. A leader produces results. A leader take the lick when they wrong. You see what I'm saying? A leader take the good and the bad. A leader pull up his sleeves and get in there and do the work with you. A leader is someone who can say, this is what I want to do, and come back with the results on the plate and say, here it goes. That is qualities and traits of a leader. Not somebody who have a gift of gab. But we tend to get confused with the two because entertainment sparks emotions, which sparks us to not think. Okay? So I find it to be very irresponsible that he had one business, the FDMG Academy, with one bank account. Where they do that at? And I don't think he had two separate accounts. I don't think that business account and that personal account was together. I mean, was separate. I'm sorry. I don't believe that they were together. But that tells me, like people have been saying all these years, Umar is not who we thought he was. He's bad with money. What I've been hearing about his money issues. I mean, and he stayed traveling and he don't go nowhere for free. Because quiet as it's kept, I'll never forget this blogger. I don't remember this man's name. But this blogger came on the internet and told us that he wanted Umar to do an interview for him. And I don't want to get to line. He either said he was short or he didn't have the price that Umar wanted. Umar refused to come on this young brother's platform because he didn't have all his money. Okay? But this is the leader because he makes us feel good. He makes us laugh. Is it really black people first? Listen, this Pan-African thing is a huge grip. Funded, allegedly, by the CIA. Okay? All the people who push Pan-Africanism, when you start to peel back the layers, most of them ain't even from Acorn. Most of them ain't even Black Americans. Most of your Pan-Africanisms or Pan-Africanists are people coming from other places to America, grifting and eating off of Black America, pushing Pan-African. And most of them ain't from here. They got something from here and they weird. But I'm talking about the ones that you, like Umar, he's from Cuba. You see what I'm saying? Most of them ain't from here. And when you pull that veil off their head, like on Scooby-Doo, it's like an aha moment. Like, oh shit, like, wait, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Okay? So I feel like leadership trait-wise, I don't know why people believe that this man is going to build a school if he haven't done it already. Girl, 5, 10 years, and y'all still, and this is what he does. He understands that the most loyal demographic of fan base to have is Black women, and he tapped that niche. Not only that niche, he tapped the niche of Black women in need. Y'all want to talk about all of that mental health and all that stuff? He basically he was the Pan-Africanist Derrick Jackson. He tapped into a group of Black women who don't have positive male role models for their kids, who need male role models, and they really look at this man thinking that he's really going to do that and be that, and that's not the case. And then a lot of women are stupid behind Black men. If I got to be honest, a lot of Black women are dumb, slavers, stupid when it come behind Black men, and him being a Black man is enough. You know what I'm saying? Umar is a bum. He's always been a bum. If you really think about it, if you really go back, he's always been a bum. And the signs were there. When he started hooking up with Sukiana and all that stuff, I'm like, wait a minute. How are you talking about liberating queens, but wanting to go lust after Sukiana and all that stuff? You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with Sukiana, but at the time, that didn't match your message. A Sukiana did not match your message. Okay? But none of it matches them. Now, they all come out this conscious community over there with Sinetta, another tether. No shade. This is no shade. But Sinetta is another one. They all come from over there. They all come from over there. Teaching you Pan-African this, Pan-African that, Pan-African this, Pan-African that. And they really just out here making the money off of it. But this the gag. You on here asking Black Americans to send you money, but wasn't you just dragging for us when you was in Africa, July 10th? Remember when you said you went away and the bank sent you the money? Didn't you say you left? Throat Goat was there on the 26th of June, and then you said July 10th, you said that you left to fly to South Africa. Remember you said that? Well, when he got to South Africa, he was in there dragging for us, talking about these fools over there claiming they indigenous, basically trying to black shame us, and I'm calling it black shaming. And the reason I'm saying black shaming is because the people who make money off of your not knowing, they're basically using this as a way to shame you into wanting to just identify with Pan-Africanism. They're black shaming. They're gonna tell you, oh, you're afraid of being black. You just don't like your blackness, like Umar does all the time. But yet and still, he comes over here with the grip. Now, mind you, if he's this much of a Pan-Africanist, shouldn't he be in Africa with that? I would assume so. Wouldn't he be in Pan-African with his Pan-Africanism? No, he right over here because ain't no money to be made off of it in Africa. All the money to be made off of it is here. Let's get into him telling them that we over here tripping.
It's the same thing in America. You see your brothers and sisters over there psychologically confused. Some of them, not most, but some, talking about they Native Americans. I'm a Cherokee Indian. Your ass is crazy. They won't even let you on a damn Indian reservation.
Pause. I want to rewind him saying, talking about I'm a Cherokee Indian. Look, pay attention because this is going to come back later. Oh, crap. I hope I didn't mess it up.
Talking about they Native Americans. I'm a Cherokee Indian. Your ass is crazy. They won't even let you on a damn Indian reservation. I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Choctaw. I'm a Seminole. And all those Indian tribes used to own black slaves. Nigga, shut up. It's the same thing in America. You see your brothers and sisters over there psychologically confused. Some of them, not most, but some, talking about they Native Americans. I'm a Cherokee Indian. Your ass is crazy. They won't even let you on a damn Indian reservation. I'm a Cherokee. I'm a Choctaw. I'm a Seminole. And all those Indian tribes used to own black slaves.
And let me say this too. The names of those tribes, some of them own slaves, but the tribes itself did not own slaves. So let's really be clear, because they're trying to lump all these people into it. No. And then furthermore, what is wrong with understanding your Cherokee, Choctaw, or Seminole history? The Seminoles fought one of the greatest wars on American soil. My great-great-great-grandfather fought in that war. I want to say 3 or 4 generations up on my daddy's side fought in the Seminole War, and he wasn't a Seminole. They were Cherokee Indians. Fought in the war. Nigga, they was going back and forth. I don't know if a lot of y'all know this, but the Indians were, the reason why the Seminole War was so big, because all those small tribes of black people were coming together to fight together. And my family were going back and forth from New Orleans to Florida and all up through there helping them fight. That's in my blood. That's in my bloodline. That's in my bloodline. So him on here, oh, these Negroes over there talking about they indigenous, They some of them lost. They lost. Sir, the most lost place we've been as a collective has been thinking we came off a ship from Africa. That's the most lost we've ever been as a group of people. They don't give us a specific place in Africa. They don't connect us to a specific people in Africa. They won't even show us the tribes of the people who are left over who even tried to kidnap us. Ain't no boats, ain't no nothing. It's just a whole bunch of make-believe and fill in the blanks. That's the most lost place we've ever been as a group of people, thinking we come off a boat from somewhere in the west side of Africa. That even if you do a DNA test for, you still can't connect to people from that place. Not even the place, the land. You can't even connect to the land. But you over there in South Africa dragging for us, then you come home and find out you broke. Now you want to ask us for money. Go ask the people in South Africa for money. Go ask the people in the diaspora for money. Since we all over here tripping and losing our minds, I feel like he need to go where other Pan-Africans are with like mind and go over there and ask them to help fund whatever it is until if you even get your account back. Why are you over here asking FBA? Why are you over here asking us? We done funded you for 10 years. Time is up. We're not sending you no more money. Now they got some women who gonna send you some money, you know, and it is what it is. I ain't even mad at it. But as a collective, we've chewed you up and spit you out. You are done. You thank you for your services. You are no longer needed, sir. You are no longer needed. We don't need anything from you. We appreciate what you did on the way out the door. Don't worry. I will pick up on your way out. Don't worry about it. We're done. We're done. But again, this is why you got to be careful with what you do and how you do it, because it's a grift for him to get all these people from here to jump on the Pan-African train so that everybody else can continue to eat off of us. Okay. And then this is another thing too. He on here hollering Cherokee, Seminole. You think you this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Well, Umar has admitted out of his own mouth that even he has Cherokee ancestors. So I'm of confusion. Which is it? Which is it? He literally got on here talking about his ancestry. Hold on, let me show you. Look.
We were in America before slavery. They are correct. We were in America before slavery because we were everywhere before slavery. We're the oldest people. We were on the planet by ourselves for tens of thousands of years. So yes, we were here. When you read the diaries of Christopher Columbus, he talks of seeing black skin, woolly hair, just like the ones he saw in Africa.
He finally said it.
We were.
There's another one that I can show you where he's literally saying, I'm Cherokee Indian. It's in my heritage too. I'm going to go pull it up. But he admitted what we are saying through our research. Basically, we're finding that not only were black people already in America, we were all over the world. Black people are indigenous to the entire planet. White folks ain't but a little older than 6,000 years old. So that literally means that, okay, we were here first. So they wouldn't have much need to traffic a whole bunch of us because we're everywhere. We're already everywhere. Think about it. So you admit that black people are indigenous, according to him, thousands and thousands of years. But then you turn around and say, you niggas want to be Cherokee. You want to be Seminole. Choctaw. And I'm over here saying like, wait a minute, Umar, now you out of pocket. Let me go find that video where he on here talking about he's Cherokee, I want to say. Hold on. I want to say he said he was Cherokee or Choctaw or something like that. Hold on one second. Girl, what is this? Oh, no. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Please get the likes up on the video. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up for y'all so y'all can see it. He has said it on multiple times. He will acknowledge it, but will act like we shouldn't acknowledge it. Like he basically feel like, yeah, we should acknowledge it, but we shouldn't make this a thing. Like we should just still be black under the Pan-African umbrella. And that don't go like that. No, we trying to get to the bottom of some stuff. at the end of the day. Let me see. Is it here? No. There's a video of him talking about how he is Cherokee as well. Y'all give me a second. It'll probably be faster to find here. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Look how he dragged for us. Look.
Pretendians, right? Y'all familiar with the Pretendians? Africans who want to be Indian.
Yeah, the ones that claim that they got Native American.
No, they do have it. I got Cherokee in me.
Woo.
But here's the problem, Phelps.
Pause. Listen to what he just said. First of all, and this is for people who identify as Indian. That's me. He calling us pretendian. But then he turning around and saying, no, they do have Indian. But what? What do you mean? He's admitting it. Look, check him out. He even says, I got Cherokee in me.
That's how
I give you another one. The Pretendians, right? Y'all familiar with the Pretendians? Africans who want to be Indian.
Yeah, the ones that claim that they got Native American.
No, they do have it. I got Cherokee in me. But here's the problem, Phelps. You got 4 grandparents.
How the did you know that?
Me?
I was lost.
Nah, look, that's a real thing.
Now pause, because he's about to get into having 4 grandparents, 8 great-grandparents, 16, 24. Y'all know, so on and so forth. But let me tell you how to debunk that. The thing is, when you get into your documentation and learn your genealogy, you're going to see that these are the same people, just identified and classified in different ways. So you'll see that on one document, your grandmother could be passive, or a great grandparent, or anybody could be classified as Indian or mulatto. Then on something else, they could be Negro, or they were misclassifying and putting us as different classifications during that time. So that's very, very common. So you might see people on the Dawes rolls who still might have the title of Negro. That doesn't mean the Negro is still not the Indian. That just means that under title, the titles that they were giving us, you know what I'm saying? By looking at us, that's how they labeled us. So he's going to say, well, you got all these great-grandparents. Just because one is an Indian doesn't mean that you're Indian. But when you peel back the layers on the documentation, you're going to see the only thing different from one person to the next is the paperwork. That's it. So if I'm a full-blooded Indian and I marry a full-blooded Indian, when I give birth to my baby, they call him a Negro. Does that make sense? That's really what was happening. So I'm a full-blooded Indian. My child's father is a full-blooded Indian. But around the time that we're talking, they were changing statuses in names and labels of people. So that means even me, my status goes from Indian to Negro, but my child is definitely Negro. I'll give you an example. My birth certificate says African American. Why? Because I was born in 83. This was around the time that African American, the term African American, was popular, populated at least, okay? So that's when we started changing labels to African American. Now, if I look at my grandmother's birth certificate, it'll probably say Negro. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I should have it right here because my auntie sent it to me. If I look at my grandmother's birth certificate, it will say Negro. Does it make me different from my grandmother? So if my grandmother's classification was an Indian and if mine is, or I'm sorry, if hers is Negro and mine say African American, am I different from my grandmother? No. The only difference between me and my grandmother in this moment is the label in which they gave me. That's all. This is all a part of paper genocide. That's what this is all about. So when he says you might find one Indian, that means that's one person in your genealogy, or at least however many, that was able to maintain the title. Okay? But that doesn't mean that those other folks that they were procreating with are not the same group of people. It's just they were changing the names of the people. Okay? Just like right now, my birth certificate say African American. I don't know what my daughters say, but I don't know if they say African American or not. But when she have kids, it's going to say something different. That doesn't mean that me and my grandchildren are different. That just means the status was different when I was born versus them. That's what this is all about, okay? So let him finish cooking because he about to go there with it.
No, that's real.
I'm lost.
But here's the thing. You got 4 grandparents. You got 8 great-grandparents. You got 16 great-great. 32 great-great-great. 64 great-great-great-great. 108 great-great-great-great-great. Can I ask you a question? If you got 108, 5 or 6 times great-grandparents, and one of them is a Cherokee, one of them is a Choctaw, one of them is a Seminole, one of them is a Chickasaw, how the hell you stop being black? Do you feel me?
Nah, I feel you.
You look like Shaka Zulu talking about, I ain't come from Africa. I was already here. Please.
And it's crazy.
Now, mind you, he already said in another video that black people were everywhere before white folks. But now he acting like we couldn't already be here. Well, like I said, I can't tell you about your genealogy, but I've traced mine. My families were here. We come from right here. Ain't no African nowhere in my genealogy. Okay? And on my mama's side, nigga, I traced my tribe back to, hundreds of years. Okay? Yeah, so ain't no African in my blood. But even if we find out it's only one person, let's just say for all intents and purposes, it's only one person in our bloodline we could say is Cherokee. That's way more of an identity than just saying we black. That's way more of an identity than to just walk around saying I'm just a black person. And when you understand what black means and you say it out loud, it hit different. You see what I'm saying? Now they've gotten us to love black and be proud of it through song propaganda and all that stuff. And I ain't tripping on it because we got a relationship with black, and I ain't trying to pry from y'all hands yet. I ain't trying to pry from your hands yet. So I get it. But what I'm saying is, it's more of an identification than just walking around with a big old empty blank black over you. What would be wrong with that is the question. What would really be wrong with that? But if you understand how Umar makes money off going around teaching Pan-Africanism. If Black America jumps off of Pan-Africanism, it dies. It literally does not exist. It was created for you, Black America, not the rest of the diaspora. It was only created for you, to keep you misinformed, misidentified, and to keep you in a subjective position to where everybody can continue to eat off of you. Okay? It was only created for you. When Black America walks away from Pan-Africanism, it literally dies. I swear to God. Once as a collective, we walk away from Pan-Africanism, it's over. Now, I believe in the ideology of Pan-Africanism. I do believe that you need to have allies or whatever the case may be, but I don't think it should be something that we have to die on the hill about. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't be put in front of making sure we are taken care of. Not the diaspora. No other group does that. We the only ones expected to put the diaspora in front of us. No other group does that. Not one. But they tell us we wrong for doing it. Don't fall for the okie doke. As it pertains to Dr. Umar, Cat Williams said all lies will be exposed. And guess what? All lies are being exposed. The man that made too much money over all these years. If he don't have nothing to show for it right now, and he's down to being out of money from just 1 or 2 bank accounts, his ass need to be broke. He's irresponsible, and he probably could possibly have a habit. Because that give me habit tease. There's no way you done ran through that much money and you ain't got nothing to show for it and you can't even bounce back. That give me habit tease. And I ain't saying drugs. I'm just saying any kind of habit. Gambling, women, I don't care. Whatever habit it is, you got a habit, my nigga. That's habitual behavior that you doing. So the fact that he broke makes sense to me. I'm ready to pack him up anyway. I've been ready to pack him up. Been. He caused more harm than good. Does he own his house? I heard he lived with his mama, child. I don't know. I heard he lived with his mama. I heard he lived with his mama, but I don't know. But he doing real bad right now, as he should. As he should. And listen, this is the thing. It's more people like this that are going to be coming out. And it's a lot of people that are going to be exposed. The reason being is because it has to happen. I told you guys about the earth repairing itself. Do not get in the way of the earth repairing itself. That is exactly what it's doing. The earth is trying to repair itself from a lot of the things that's happening, and we have to stay out of the way of that. Okay? They say Deion Sanders had bladder cancer. I knew it. I knew it was some type of cancer. Damn. I hope he be all right. I hope he be all right. But you know, yeah, and that's another thing. He don't do right. He don't do right by his kids. He's not who you think he is. He's not. And his purpose ain't for what you thought it was. He just not. So Umar was hurting the other day. I hadn't heard anything as of yet to see if he got the donations. Again, I ain't gonna be mad at the people who donated. I just know I'm not gonna donate. But I know some people will. But I just feel like if the diaspora and Pan-Africanism is so important to Umar, he needs to be leaning on the Pan-African Society for help, not Black America. Because according to them, what they say, we're delineating and we're divisive. So he needs to be going to the same diaspora and say, hey, y'all, can you help me? I need money. The Black Americans have turned on me. Or he can go back to Cuba and ask the Black Cubans and say, hey, guys, I'm one of you. I know y'all don't know me like that, but I am still one of you. Can you please help me out? I'll learn Spanish and learn how to cook a mean quesadilla if you can just help me out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And then also too, never believe what you see on the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. Because baby, this internet don't play. Okay. How do you say this? Live 44 is lit. Thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. You guys, subscribe to the channel. I am trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. It says Shoulder Shrug. Thank you for the super chat. Boo, did you hear about the African chick from Liberia who threatened Black America and said she was fired from her job? Oh, I heard something about that, about being fired from her job. The girl from Liberia who said we all need to stick together and not take them in the hospitals and stuff like that. I heard about that. I didn't look into it, but I did hear about it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Sharjay, thank you for the super chat, says Nene was venting about her likeness and not getting paid. Let me tell y'all something. Even if you're not a content creator, when you create accounts on these social sites, the people get paid off of that. Every time you open your phone and log into one of these sites, somebody gets paid. You are digital currency. Every little character you type is digital currency. Every time you scroll, every time you like, share, subscribe, somebody way higher than me makes a lot of money off of every single thing that you do. You create the waves, you create the doggone culture, and they need you to do that. That's why they invite you to TikTok. That's why they invite you to all these places. They need you there. Kick is a new thing. They're starting to invite all us to, because without us, it doesn't exist. If you look at DDG, they say he just got banned off of Twitch, right? They claim DDG just got banned off of Twitch. Who's the first person to call him? Aiden Ross. He's also the first person to call Charleston White. These are all major, huge talents that they need to start these platforms. Listen, these platforms do not exist opposite of you. You are walking digital currency. Your money is what you are. I'm going to keep it a stat. You money. And the pennies they pay the content creators, I don't care if they get $1 million a month. It's pennies compared to what they make. So DDG gets banned from Twitch, right? I'm about to show you in real time. I'm about to show you how big and how heavy in the streets you is. Allegedly, DDG gets banned from Twitch. Aiden Ross hit him up and was like, bro, come over to Kick. Now, Aiden Ross is a Jewish guy, Rothstein, because that's his last name. He's a Jewish boy who basically got all this stuff handed to him. But he needs the Black American influence to make this Kick thing pop off. So what does Aiden Ross do? Engulf himself in the hip-hop culture and befriend all the Black Americans, all the Black streamers. He goes, now mind you, he's still racist, he's still all this stuff that he is, but he has to engulf himself in hip-hop culture in order for anything to pop. So now, as soon as DDG gets the word that he's banned from Twitch, right? Here comes Aiden Ross. Now, a lot of y'all are looking at this like, oh, that's nice that he called him. He ain't have to do that. Aiden's a good dude. Aiden's looking out. That's the naked eye in its view. What I see is another white boy who saw, well, another white boy failed and said, let me come over here and capitalize, get him over the kick. I'm going to pay him maybe millions, but I'll make billions generationally soon as he get over here. Because all them niggas that follow him in hip-hop culture gonna come with him. And just like that, I'm bringing more talent. Kick, if I don't own it, Kick is going to give me a nice payout for bringing all these niggas down here to Kick. And now Kick is gonna be the new Twitch. It's coming. It's happening. Watch him in the conversation with DDG.
If I go on Kick right now, would I make money?
I'll put you in a group chat with someone right now. We put on that partner income and we get you cranking.
Let me know right now though, because if not, then I'm gonna just stay on YouTube.
Nah, I'll make sure you get paid this stream. Swear to God, you go live.
Let me know.
Bro,
right.
Here's the problem. I'm with Lacey right now. You can't be on his stream, bro, because Twitch, you can't have banned people.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. It's all good.
Okay, cool.
But let me know though.
I got you. I'm gonna group chat you right now. Be like, yo, he's going live. I got you.
So right then and there, soon, I'm talking about minutes after DDG is announced is banned off of Twitch, here come Aiden Ross. Now, like I said, to the naked eye, you might think Aiden Ross a good dude, bro. He looking out for DDG, wooty wooty woo. You are foolish. They can't exist without you. You are a walking dollar sign. I don't care if you in the hood. I don't care if you be in hood. I don't care if you at a prestigious college. You are the culture and a walking dollar sign. And guess what Aiden did? Let me hurry up and jump on this. We need the niggas over here to Kick, okay? They done already popped off YouTube. Shout out to Soulja Boy. Okay? They done already popped off Facebook. Shout out to Katrina. And I'm taking New Orleans and Katrina as saying that we the one popped off Facebook because coincidentally, right after Katrina and nobody could find each other, that's when they dropped Facebook on our head and said, this is how you need to get on it. And then everybody started getting on it. It was the niggas from New Orleans, in my opinion, out of Katrina. Now, I'm not saying people didn't have Facebook pages before. All I know is when niggas was displaced and needed to find folks, they had to get on Facebook and then it popped off. Okay? Instagram. All the Instagram models were who? Obviously, before they became racially ambiguous, Black women. You see what I'm saying? We set the tone and create the culture, and we are the culture. Everybody makes money off of you. And the reason they can make money off of you because you don't know who you are. If you knew who you were, you would understand the value of who you are. And if you understand the value of who you are, and especially knowing the value and who you are, that might make you change the way that you do things, the way that you see things, the way that you act, the way that you move, the way that you do business, the way that you do jobs. It might make you a better group of people. They don't want to see that happen. They need us at the very, very bottom with a very few of them we can pick out and stay successful so that they can continue to eat and you continue to starve. Until you understand your power and who you are, you'll continue to get played. Now, DDG will make a lot of money off of this deal. He'll do really well for him and his family. However, as a collective, we're not understanding that even though he's going to make a lot of money to us, he's making these people billions of dollars. And it circles back to Tokyo, where she crying, talking about them people stole millions. She ain't lying. She ain't lying. I know I don't know, but I can put my neck on the chopping board. They done stole millions off of her content. I know it. I know it. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I think I got a few more super chats to read, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. But yeah, Nene had that issue too. Autumn, thank you for the super chat. Says Tokyo Toni ain't from Acorn. She is a Dominican. Facts. Yes, Tokyo is Dominican. Thank you for that. Miss Parker, thank you for the super chat. Says, hi, Boo. Google Europe supported by Africa and America in 1794 by William Blake. By the way, my 1-year-old smiles when she sees you on TV and she thinks she gets your jokes too. Oh, thank you so much. Tell my niece I say, hey, Boo. And then also, yes, I will look into that. Europe supported by Africa and the America in 1794 by William Blake. Gotcha. I'll make sure I look into that. Thank you so much for that. Naturally Nini, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Says, I love your channel, Vu. Much love to you from spreading knowledge and making FBA aware of who we truly are. Hashtag Acorn, hashtag FBA facts. What's up, man? I'm trying to get us where we need to be. Shantae, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. She says, starting my own nonprofit. Notice people won't help you unless you popping. If you're a regular person, they won't offer nothing. I'm about to give y'all the game. If you want to start a nonprofit, it is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Go on irs.gov and go and get you an EIN, employee identification number. But select you want to do it for a non-profit organization. Take that EIN number, which acts as a social security number. The entity acts as a person. Okay, so take that EIN number, couple it with whatever nonprofit business that you have, and that social security number / EIN number, that acts as the number used for you to make the business credit and all that stuff pop off. This shit not hard, bro. Like, I want y'all to know that it's not hard to do. Like, all rich people have nonprofits. You ever ask yourself why? When Oprah got paid from Kamala, remember, she said, I didn't get paid and went to the nonprofit. You ever wonder why? Why would a rich person need a nonprofit? You think because they're good people? So, there you go. There you go. That's why they all got nonprofits. I've been telling y'all, and I ain't giving y'all no advice, but I've been telling y'all the easiest way to scam is through a nonprofit if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, the easiest way to scam through a nonprofit, ask the church. Oops. With that being said, man, let me get up off here. We being messy today. Shout out to everybody in the building. Love y'all down to the ground, man. I enjoyed josing with y'all this morning. We'll be back tomorrow. I ain't gonna say the same time. I'll probably come back a little earlier, but I love y'all down to the ground, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Please take care of yourself and do that genealogy. Ground too. Love y'all down. Peace.
Can you hear me? The voice of the beat. You know what I want. Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wow, 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 lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.